News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, hundreds take part in free medical, dental, and vision services, and a new insurance company holds a grand opening. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Remote Area Medical sets up shop at Pathways. It's Friday, October 4th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, medical, dental, and vision heroes are working their magic at Pathways Innovation Center this weekend. Remote Area Medical is in town offering free services to area residents.
Thank you so much. We're here at Pathway School in Pahrump, Nevada, having a great clinic, free clinic for anybody who wants to come by. We're going to do free dental, free vision, free medical right here at the school. We'll have patients start lining up this evening about midnight or earlier, and we'll start giving out numbers early in the morning. And it's on a first-come, first-served basis on how many providers we have. You may get numbers to come in for dental, for vision, for medical. We've got great volunteers that have come from Minnesota, New Hampshire, Tennessee, all over the country to come here to help neighbors helping neighbors. Yeah, this is a great location. It's spread out. We've got lots of room here. This is our 4th year here. It's one of my favorite clinics. The whole community comes together to make a difference. Where we really could use some help, if you're a licensed optician or a dentist for Nevada, please come out early tomorrow morning. The more people, the more professionals we have, the more patients we can take care of. We've seen over 100 today. Last year we saw over 500 for the whole weekend, and it's because of those great volunteers. To volunteer here, if you're just a general volunteer, you can go online to ramusa.org and click on the volunteer button. If you can't make it out to volunteer and you want to donate and support our clinics all around the country, it's the same ramusa.org. We take no government funding for our clinics. It's all neighbors coming together, raising money, a little bit of contributions from foundations and such to make these happen. I actually got started in the Vision Lab 14 years ago. We'll give a complete eye exam. We've got hundreds of designer frames to pick out. And while those patients here and wait and go through an amazing medical facility here, we've got fantastic medical doctors. So take time to come see them. We'll be making your glasses out right here, and you'll go home. And just remember that the same person that got their glasses made here drove here. So let's be glad when they get them and they're heading down the road. Doors open at 6 o'clock, and it's first come, first served basis. No ID required. Then we only ask you one question, that's where does it hurt? And we'll do our very best to take care of it.
Well, this year, there's so many changes happening with your health insurance options. Tyler Insurance has opened up business right here in Pahrump. We caught up with Jeremy Bowes today during the ribbon cutting with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce.
So we've been in business since about 2013. We have several offices in town. We pride ourselves as being one of the top Medicare firms here in the Valley, and we love what we do. So our job in the Medicare space is when somebody is turning 65 or enrolling in Medicare for the first time, they're typically given some options to sort through that can be very confusing, and our job is to help them navigate through those choices. So in Pahrump, Nye County, there's over 25 different options somebody can choose from, and open enrollment's just a few days away, so our job is just to be their advocate to help educate them with that process. A lot of different options. You have several new carriers and new plans that have filed, as well as new networks. And we're unbiased, so we just look at each case, each scenario one by one, medications, doctors, how often they travel, and we give them the best advice for the next 12 months, and we're their brokers as long as they're happy with our service. One of the most important things that they can do is make sure they review their plans, and as we tell people, their current plan may still be the right plan for next year, but it's always best to review that, especially related to the medications, because the formularies for each of those plans can change dramatically. And we don't want any surprises at that pharmacy come January. No fee on our end. Our services are paid directly by the insurance company, and we get paid the same amount of money no matter the plan. There is no charge charge to the client whatsoever. We are open now, absolutely.
How do people get in touch with you?
So the best way is to call the office directly, 702-851-5816, and we're happy to come sit with you. So we always tell people we can meet you here, we can meet you at your home, or somewhere in the middle, whichever is most convenient for them. It's 1840 East Calvada, we're suite number 10, we're right inside. You'll see the Untitled Chapter sign right there. So we're happy to help anything you need, and you can also check out our website, which is tylerinsuranceGroup.com.
Congratulations. Well, in today's BFB, MGM agrees to pay money to the survivors of the 1 October mass shooting that occurred in Las Vegas.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, labor talks between the UAW and Ford are rolling right along. The union leaders say negotiations are progressing very well.
Over at GM, talks are still hung up on issues including the use of temporary workers.
MGM Resorts investors had a moderate reaction to the company agreeing to pay $800 million to settle thousands of cases involving victims of the 2017 Las Vegas massacre. The gunman killed 58 and injured hundreds who were innocently attending a country music festival. News broke this week about higher ATM fees. Well, you can add the cable bill to that list. According to Consumer Reports, cable companies have tacked on a 24% surcharge to the price that is advertised. Cable companies are said to take in about $450 per customer per year.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks, Angela. News 25 will return right after this break.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005. This portion of the news is also brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing.
Welcome back. Well, the local Salvation Army thrift store here in Pahrump on Dahlia Street is closing. The Salvation Army says it was a difficult decision to close the facility, which will happen at the end of October. They say it was a financial one for the long-term viability to the Pahrump community. The funds from the Pahrump thrift store have been going to fund the organization's adult rehab center in Las Vegas. That center offered residential drug and alcohol rehabilitation at no cost to people in need. But the store was not producing enough revenue. The social services offered to the Pahrump community will continue at their location on Buell Road, and they have expanded their food bank hours. They may move those offices to the thrift store location on Dahlia Street. Their services include food, clothing, and shelter for the homeless, disaster and heat relief, senior activity and outreach, adult rehab, and opportunities for underprivileged children. Well, the Shriners are having a fundraising golf tournament to raise money so that they can transport their iconic tiny cars called flivvers to various parades and functions.
Well, what we are as a parade unit, we go around and do the parades in the little bitty red or black cars, and we do parades all over Nye County and also Clark County. In any parade that we can get to. We were supposed to be in the one this last weekend, but because of the weather, they canceled us participating. But that's generally what we do, and we go around and entertain kids and families, adults occasionally. Like we've got a car show coming up in November with the veterans in Vegas, and we will be there showing off the cars, letting the little kids get in, get their pictures taken in our little cars, and they like that when they can do that. Well, the flivvers have been a shrine unit in, with the Zelza Shrine for ever since it come into existence. The cars we actually have were bought used. They're about the same age I am, somewhere around 70 years old. So now we're having problems getting parts. The factory that built the parts for these cars actually burned down about 10 years ago. We can't get parts. So what I have to do is, luckily around Pahrump here, we have machine shops that will make parts for us if we need them for these cars. We're having upholstery done. Each car runs right now to update it to new and get stuff fixed. it costs about $400 just to do that, and that's get them back on the road semi-running good again. Our old trailer is a 1984 and it's fallen apart, and so what we're going to do is get a trailer. We have purchased a trailer, put a down payment on it. We hope to raise through our golf scramble we're having the end of October, raise enough money to pay off the rest of the trailer, plus more money so we can fix more cars. Well, what we're having it there at the Lakeview Executive Course, we're going to have 18 holes scramble golf competition where everybody can join, and it's best ball, so if you got a guy that can't hit very far, somebody else can make up for it. And then we have all kinds of games we're going to have on every hole, prizes on every hole. We're going to have a 20, 30, 50 raffle, so they can win money that way, hopefully back. Then we've got hole-in-one prizes. We're giving out 4 hole-in-one prizes. If they get a hole-in-one on that hole, we're giving away a golf cart, a TV, 55-inch TV, a set of golf clubs, and a $500 gift certificate on 4 holes.
All right, so this is going to be October 26th. How do people sign up?
All they do is call the Lakeview course. They will take reservations at their phone number, which is 775-727-4040. And then they will take the reservations and go from there. Then we will get everybody set up and signed up, and we hope to make enough money. Our goal is to raise $4,000 to pay off our new trailer and fix some more cars. Most of our money that we raise goes to the hospital to pay for the kids and all that. Like we back the LA hospitals where our money goes through for our shrine. Part of this money will probably go to the hospitals, but most of it will go to our unit, and this is why we're having a unit money raising project so we can build up our unit, because like I say, the trailer was brand new. We got now in 1984. The cars are 70 plus years old, so we've got to build them up, and so we've got to raise some money on our own this time. A little of it will go to the hospital, but most of it will go to our Shrine Flivers unit.
More news right after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, at this year's Pahrump Fall Festival, gracing the stage was a popular band who's making their way up the charts. STT is the band. We introduce you to Stephen Todd Tracy.
Well, we are STT. That actually is my initials. That's how we got the name. We're a pop rock group from Las Vegas. We recently got a song on the charts. It's number 71. We're really excited about it. It's called Forbidden Love. Well, we found out yesterday, actually, that we won the award for Best Pop Song in Las Vegas for our song More Than a Memory. We're actually getting ready to drop that right now, so that's actually going to drop alongside the award in November. We're going to be playing at Beatty Days, October 26th at Spicer Ranch. They've told me to say Spicer Ranch like 12 times, so this time I said it. We actually have an EP out right now. It's got 6 songs on it. I actually write and produce all the music. I'm actually playing every instrument on it as well. So yeah, it's a fun job. Well, inspirations, I mean, right off the bat, I love the Killers, the Las Vegas local boys. I've seen them my whole life. The Beach Boys was my favorite song, my band growing up. And then there's this guy named Andy Williams, wrote all the music for the Muppets, cannot sing a note, but the greatest stage performer you'll ever see. I love him. I go and see him every time because he's like a workshop in how to walk a stage. I was actually born in St. George, but I was only there for 2 days. So I am a Vegas boy. I just can't say I was born there. I was raised in Vegas, went off to Uganda for about 1.5 years in Africa, and then went to school at BYU in Utah, and now I'm back in Vegas doing my thing. The rest of my band, we have a cool band and a cool backstory because we are multi-ethnic, super eclectic. Our guitarist is from the Philippines. He's only been in the US for 6 months. Already speaks flawless English, amazing. Our drummer was from Venezuela, and he ended up in the US in the completely random fashion where he just kind of ended up here. And he's been here for about 2 years, and our bass player's from Alabama. So we got the South, Hispanics, and Pacific Islands. So we love it. We love being all over the world. Oh, yeah, the song goes, the song goes.
I know you're playing up there in Beatty Days, but it seems like you're going to get booked a lot of places. How can people do that?
The easiest way is to go to sttofficial.com. We've got our booking stuff on that website. You can also go to the studio website, which is lasvegasrecordlab.com, where you can also book us. CD's name is Positive, so it's STT Positive. Ba-doom. Oh, we love being in Pahrump. We're coming back next year for sure. And me and my wife already booked this chance to be up here, just staying in a hotel. We fell in love with Pahrump. And I want to do a shout out to KPVM-TV 25. It's been an amazing host. We had an amazing time on stage. You ran the stage, it was great. I love country music, and I love listening on Ace Country. Half my set was country music tonight, so tune into Ace Country for the best tunes. So while the baby, I don't know where I've been, the hair is growing thin.
Thanks, guys. Going to keep an eye on them for sure. Well, speaking of entertainment, the world says goodbye to a rock legend. That and more in today's ETW.
Barry Masters, frontman of British punk band Eddie and the Hot Rods, has died at age 63. Masters has been sick in recent months, but his passing was unexpected and was a huge shock to the band and family. Masters was a founding member of the band, which formed on Canvey Island in 1975. A year later, the Sex Pistols would play their first London show in support as the Hot Rods smashed their equipment on stage. That summer, the group began their commercial rise with a single and album both named Teenage Depression, finding chart success. The hit stage show Hamilton will be coming to Las Vegas once again. The musical chronicling the life of one of America's founding fathers will return for the 2020-2021 Broadway Las Vegas series at the Smith Center. Dates for the return engagement are scheduled to be released in January. Hamilton's touring production last came to Las Vegas in 2018. The co-founders of the Women's Media Center, Jane Fonda, Robin Morgan, and Gloria Steinem, have announced the honorees for the 2019 Women's Media Awards, to be held on Tuesday, October 22nd at the Mandarin Oriental in New York City. The Women's Media Center will celebrate Julie K. Brown, Laura Flanders, Gayle King, and many others. The Women's Media Awards were created to honor champions for women in media. The Women's Media Center honorees set the standard for what media should look like when it gives voice to the female half of the country. Reporting for News 25, I'm Maria Guerra, and this is your Entertainment This Week.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside on that weather cam, see what we got. We're going to have more from Weather from the Desk right after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
All right, today in our surrounding areas, Las Vegas 87 with a low of 57 tonight, Death Valley 93-62, Amargosa 84-50, Beatty 80-45, Goldfield 66-30, Tonopah 62-32, Carson City 66-32, Fallon 63-31, and Fernley 62-33 is your low tonight. Here in Pahrump, sunny skies with your high 82, winds out of the west-southwest at 6 miles per hour with humidity at 10%, sunrise 6:41 in the morning. Tonight, clear skies with a low of 51. Winds out of the east at 5 miles per hour with humidity at 17%, sunset 6:23. Your 7-day forecast shows just some clouds coming in next Friday. We're going to stay in the mid to high 80s, dropping down Thursday and Friday to 75 degrees, and your overnight lows staying in the 50s and dropping down to 45 and 47 by next Thursday and Friday. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.